Welcome to the show, Jamie. Thanks for joining us, mate.
How you going, mate? I enjoyed that little intro there, actually.
Yeah, well, can I just clear that up? Because my ex-wife was from Winton, and so are you from the Giggle or are you from around there?
No, I'm from, Southland Boys High School I went to was in Invercargill, and I grew up on a farm about 40 minutes the other way out by a place called Tokanui.
Okay, I know where that is. Yeah, okay. I want to ask you about 09, mate, because I just love that, and I love Jimmy Cowan being the water boy there. I want to ask all about that in a second. It was one of the special moments in Ranfurly Shield rugby. But right now, you're the set piece coach for the Canes, unbeaten, going down to the Highlanders, and we had Billy Harmon on the show earlier. They've got this streak. I don't know whether you're aware of it. Something like they haven't won against the New Zealand team for 19 games. It's going to end at some stage, but it can't end tomorrow night.
Yeah, I hope not. We've had a really good start. Obviously, coaching the forwards up here, and lucky enough to have Bryn Evans working with me with the lineouts. So, yeah, look, it's been a really cool start for the Hurricanes. I mean, new head coach with Clark Laidlaw and a pretty young coaching group. It's been nice to have some wins early to give us some really trust and confidence in what we're doing. But we've worked bloody hard as well. So, yeah, look, as you just said, I know the Highlanders. I grew up down there, and I understand their mindset around what they'll bring to this game, and it'll be based around collisions. It'll be raced around, effort and energy. So it's going to be a tough match for us, and we certainly want to come out on the right side of the ledger.
I've watched all our games this year, Canes games, and what I like about it is I just like the resilience. None of it's come easy. Okay, the first round was, 44-14 against the Force, but the rest of the games, none of them have come easy at all. They've been real battles, and it's staying in that fight, which has been really impressive, mate. Yeah,
100. I think, the Reds, as we now know, and we knew that before the game, they're a changed team, and, the way we've changed, I guess, put slightly different things in it, training around giving these boys different scenarios and making them problem solve and putting them in positions at training where they are under adversity and different feelings. So the Reds game was a good one. I thought the Blues game, we come back and it was a big test for us, and that game towards the last 20 minutes started swinging. But I think the game against Crusaders, when I look back, was right in the balance. They took a 3. And, as you said, I think that last 10 minutes we sort of went up a gear, and to win that was, I think, a really sort of big moment for our group, and from a few learnings that we'd really worked hard on in the pre-season.
Jamie Mackintosh is with us. What I thought about, and this is just my take on it, sitting there watching it, that Crusaders game, is there was a confidence in the team with minutes to go that the game could be won. And I don't know whether in a lot of previous seasons with the Hurricanes, whether the players have that self-belief. Do you notice that, and do you pick that up from this group?
Yeah, I do. Here's an example. So we finished trainings on some scenarios, and we had actually done it before the Crusaders game. We said there's a kick out straight in front, 40 metres out, you can take a 3 to draw the game, or you got the option to kick it to the corner and maul to win. And we actually put them in there to training before that.
Brilliant.
Some little things. I know that's just a really specific example of making them make decisions, but when you look at that Crusaders game in that last 10 minutes, we had all the momentum, and when we did have the ball, we looked like we were going to be able to get over the line. So for them to understand and feel and recognise that, even if we'd have lost that game, we wouldn't have looked back and said it was a poor decision, I don't think. So, there's a bit of confidence goes both ways around that decision-making, and, as I said, it was a nice game for them to win.
Jamie, how much, is patience a value, and teaching the players or getting them to understand that, look, there is time left in the game. You don't have to do everything in the first opening stanzas.
Yeah, massive. I think our growth in our team's been a really good understanding of our discipline and what happens in the middle of the field. Quite often the Hurricanes team, we hold on to the ball for long periods of time to try to create attacking opportunities. You look at that Crusaders game, we're about to go to we have a different sort of a mode where we got stuck in a kick battle, and I think the Crusaders kicked the ball 48 times and we did 43.
Wow, good God. Good God.
And
great stat.
Over that game, we ended up on 4 penalties for the entire 80 minutes. So when you're not giving away penalties and being disciplined on D, you don't give the Crusaders opportunity to get in your 22 and drive. Now, look, is that because of what we've done at training? No, I think it's just making them aware that, if you're going to be making mistakes and giving away silly penalties, you're going to have to defend and you're going to have to be in the wrong bit of the field. And I think we're all still trying to find a really good balance between what's Hurricanes rugby with the ball in hand and attacking, mixing in with a pretty, we want to have a dominant set piece and then finding our balance between week to week, how we want to play teams. So, again, that Crusaders game was a really cool one for us to win and learn a lot from.
When you talk about Hurricanes rugby, what's more important? Is winning rugby more important? Because I think the two go absolutely hand in hand. And I think with this group of players at the moment, and you'll be able to tell us, you'll be able to recognise this and see this, they look as though they want to win games. I know. Does that sound weird? But to me, it's a tangible thing. I know every team wants to win, but this group really look as though that's what it is for them. It's most important.
Yeah, the groups, the boys themselves have been really, really impressive around ownership during the week of, one, how they run the weeks individually and collectively. And without giving too much away,
sure, mate.
Clark talks a little bit around our leadership model being, if we were flying over to a game at the end of the year and the coaches were on one team plane and the players on the other and the plane crashed with the coaches on it, would the boys then be able to go over there and win the quarterfinal, win the semi and win the final because they're actually taking ownership of what they're doing and problem solving and running the week? So I guess it's a little thing we've been trying to, I guess as a young coach, you can definitely overcoach them and give them too much detail and whiz and win. I think we're all just trying to find a little bit of a balance of where we need to get to with our weeks, which has been quite nice. And the boys are really driving it.